A glass of vodka, cake with his bust and 150 friends and family helped Kirk Douglas celebrate his 100th birthday. Kirk's son Michael Douglas, 72, and his wife Catherine Zeta-Jones, 47, wanted to ensure that Kirk's was one for the ages when they joined him for a bash at the Beverly Hills Hotel on Friday evening. The Lust for Life star looked over the moon when his son Michael and Catherine each flanked him and planted some big smooches on either side of his head. Of course, he may have just been excited to try some of the opulent birthday cake, which was situated between himself and wife Ann Bidens Douglas, 97. Catherine stepped in to help cut the work of art, which was a multi-tiered affair which also featured a gold bust of the famous actor. Later, different combinations of family members took pictures with the newly minted centenarian. Grandchildren Dylan Michael Douglas, 16, and Carrie's Zeta Douglas, 13, took positions next to their parents for one heartwarming snap. At the beginning of the evening, Kirk looked out over the crowd of about 150 people, including Don Rickles, Jeffrey Katzenberg, his rabbi, and many of his closest friends, and smiled. Not only was he surrounded by friendly faces, he knew, as promised by his doctor years ago, that if he lived to 100, he would get to have a glass of vodka. But before the vodka was presented in a comically large martini glass, Kirk Douglas got to sit and listen to words from his loved ones as images from his many classic film credits such as Spartacus, Lust for Life, Paths of Glory and others played on a screen behind him. Michael kicked off the proceedings, saying that it's not just about age, but about the life he's lived and what he's accomplished. One of the things that I find most incredible about Dad is the third act of his life, said Michael. After all he accomplished in his professional career and what he's given for his country, at the point in his life where he's faced adversity, losing a son, having a helicopter crash, having a stroke, and what he's accomplished in this third act in his life, I find quite extraordinary. Kirk Douglas kept his remarks brief. I wonder who he was talking about. He said some nice things about someone I don't know, Kirk said, joking that Michael Douglas was chosen to organize the proceedings because he has the most money. Kirk Douglas also thanked everyone for coming and marveled at seeing most of his family in the crowd. Zeta-Jones then lit the 12 candles on the cake. I'm so glad there's not 100, she exclaimed, before leading the room to sing Happy Birthday with a string quartet accompaniment. It was only the start of the afternoon, which included remarks from a few of his 7 grandchildren, his rabbi, and his doctor. Charlie King's Bluebell Events oversaw the afternoon tea where each table was designated not by numbers but by Kirk's films. The birthday boy was seated at the Lonely Are the Brave table, which is his favorite film. Don Rickles lightened the reverent and respectful mood, quipping to the crowd from his seat that he wanted to go home. He poked fun at Kirk Douglas's good looks and physique, saying that he had to hear the "I'm Spartacus" crap every day, and how Burt Lancaster used to advise him that Kirk Douglas doesn't know what he's talking about.